Hey everyone, Delphi Group here with the weekly trading recap. And yes, we had another great week. This week bounced back from our first red week of the year last week. We bounced back in a good way. So let's just dive right into it. As always, we're gonna go into our Delphi room where we do all our work, all our magic, okay, in Discord. So here we are in Discord. We are in our week in review channel. Again, all our trades are posted here in the Delphi room on Discord and are journalized. Okay, so yeah, if we look at the Delphi signal, we had one trade here, which we'll talk about a little bit later. That went, we went 1-0 there for roughly 5%. Again, this is off of a $10,000 starter account, okay, that we started with the beginning of the year. Okay, so yep, we had a winner off the Delphi signal. And then the overall trades we did, you can see here, if you just look at this number here, we did 80% for the week. Again, this is going off of a $10,000 starter account, so this would mean 8,000. We'll look more deeper into this in a minute. But again, yeah, crazy profit factor. So yes, we bounced back from our red week last week. Okay, if we look at some of these trades, first we'll look at some of these were off the UOA. Amazon was off the UOA. We did 90% there. MicroStrategy we'll get to. Dollar Tree was a really quick UOA hit where we did over 100% there. If we go back to our UOA channel, again, UOA means unusual option activity. If we go back to the 4th, you can see where those came in here. Okay, somebody bought 10,000 of these, 86 puts. This was right after earnings. They dumped after earnings. So when we looked at the chart, we felt like, this had more downside room to go, and these puts they bought, this UOA made sense. Okay, so yeah, we jumped on those, and like I just said, we scored, over 110%. This happened, I believe, within an hour or two, so we got in and out very, very quickly. Okay, MicroStrategy yesterday, we saw a lot of activity yesterday on MicroStrategy in the UOA channel. If we go down to what happened yesterday, here we can see, from the beginning of the morning, again, we post all our UOA here. You can see there's a ton of MicroStrategy here and coin. So they were bidding up crypto. Okay, so a lot of MicroStrategy. Again, MicroStrategy, you can see here, MicroStrategy, 0 DTEs. Okay, they were buying yesterday expiration. Okay, more MicroStrategy, so you can see. So we've been long MicroStrategy for a bit. We've talked about it before. We're pro crypto. So we jumped on these, which actually did not do well, but we did jump into some other ones as well. So that's you don't necessarily have to follow the exact UOA. You can, if you want to, you can trade other options around it, right? Which is what we did. And you can see how those did here. These here, we did over 140%. Okay, these were the actual UOAs that did not do well. They lost. But again, we had another winner here for 125%. Okay, so you have to be careful how you use and trade UOA, which is what we do here, and why we're so successful, and our users, our members are so successful as well using the UOA. The UOA channel has been amazing. But anyway, so yeah, we had another great week this week. And if we dive a little deeper here, we feel like this is very important, okay? So this is our journal, okay? And you can see here the 80%. Again, this is for this past week, okay? You can see, again, 8,000 for the week, okay? That's 80% off of a $10,000 starter account, okay? So what we want to highlight here are two trades, and why this is very, very important. Okay, why you have to manage your trades, why you have to practice, risk management, when to take profits, have a plan, have a strategy. Okay, if you don't, you're not going to make it. Okay, in the long run, you're just not going to make it. So let's just scroll down a little bit here, and let's talk about Palantir first. Okay, right here. So you can see here we traded Palantir for several reasons. UOA, we like there's a very nice pattern on Palantir. Okay, but you can see this was the first time we traded it. Okay, back on the 4th, and we did 32%. Okay, that's nothing to sneeze at. So entry price 135, exit 70 cents. Well, you're going to say, well, how did you guys make money if you got in at 135 and 70 cents? Well, let's look at the trade, dig in deeper here. Okay, so here we're looking at the overall trade here in our journal and how we traded it. Okay, you can see we made roughly $400 on the trade. Okay, and we started off with a $10,000 starter account, but as your account grows, okay, your allocation size grows as well. Okay, so if you're allocating 3% on a $10,000 starter account, that's $300. If all of a sudden now your account goes to 50,000, that goes from 300 to 1,500. But your percentage stays the same, okay, but your dollar amount per trade goes up. But anyway, if we look deeper into this trade, our executions, okay, look what happened here. So we bought 10 contracts, okay, roughly $1,350. Okay, the options in Palantir went up to 225. So we trimmed, we took money off the table, okay, we cashed out on more than half of that trade, okay, and we left runners here, okay. When we say we leave runners, could mean a couple contracts, okay. So we scaled out of 7 contracts, locked in the gain. We kept 3 contracts, and then what happened? Well, some bogus news came out on Palantir that, Washington wasn't happy with Trump dealing with the company, and the company tanked, okay? Why this is very important. We are in a very, very difficult news-driven market, okay? At any time, news can come out, good or bad, and affect your trade, okay? This is why it's crucial that you follow risk management, you have a plan in place, you take profits, okay, like we did here, okay, and you have a stop, okay? We got stopped out and on the remaining 3 contracts. Okay, so if we go back, we re-entered Palantir, okay? We can see here, right here, we re-entered, okay, after we felt like the news was nonsense and we still liked the company and the trade, so we re-entered. And we're already up almost 30% on that new trade. Okay, we got in at 167. We already took profits at 280. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Okay, you have to practice. You have to have a plan and a strategy and practice risk management. Okay, the other trade I wanted to go over was the Delphi signal trade here on OKLO. Okay. So yes, we did well. We did, we took in 32%. Okay, we got in at $1.60, and the same thing. We took profits off the table, and then news came out again. Okay, these were puts. So news came out again, which did not even involve the company. It just involved the nuclear sector in general. Okay, and if we look what happened here, so yes, we got in at 160. We took profits. And then we got stopped out at 58 cents. Okay, we still locked in a gain. Okay, but if we look at the chart of OKLO, okay, we can see what happened here. Okay, again, we had a sell signal off the Delphi signal, off that bearish engulfing candle. Okay, the very next day, the trade was working, which happens a lot. We locked in our profits, we kept some runners, and then what happens? News comes out, again, you can see on this big red candle, okay, news comes out, we get stopped out in the morning, and then wouldn't you know, at the end of the day, our trade was profitable again, and ended up hitting our target here, okay, and those puts we got in ended up being, over $4 or $5, okay. Does that suck? Absolutely it sucks. But this is going to happen sometimes. Okay, it's going to happen for you and against you. Here it happened against us. News came out. We got stopped out. And then the next day our trade would have hit here over $4 or $5. we would have scored probably 200 or 300% overall on that trade. Okay, again, does it suck? Yes, but you can't let that affect you. Okay, the moral of the story here, okay, is that you need to keep a plan in place. Risk management, a strategy. Okay, it's very, very crucial. That's what we preach here. That's what we teach here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Again, please like, subscribe, tell people why we're here. We're here to help traders not only become profitable, but more importantly, stay profitable and stay on the right path. So again, wish you guys a great weekend, and we will see you Tuesday on the weekly market report where all our targets have hit again. Take care.